Hi, Karen.
Hi, Kelly.
So we spend a lot of time when we get together talking about the issues that co-parents are confronted with after divorce. And I know that that's something that we both getting trainings around and spending time educating ourselves on issues relating to co-parenting and how we can help co-parents is something both of us have really done during our careers. And so I'm wondering if you can talk about what you see as one of the biggest challenges that co-parents face.
Yeah, and I think Kelly, both you and I are just passionate about helping families.
Absolutely.
Divorce with children is difficult enough. And so to have some tools and strategies to help them is what we are really committed to doing. I believe one of the biggest obstacles that I've seen with in working with co-parents is the shift that they need to make from being an intimate romantic couple living together in one household, making decisions together, to living in two different households and having to now be in the role of co-parenting. They are no longer in an intimate romantic relationship. They are now in a co-parenting relationship. So to help them to navigate what that looks like, the communication, it's different. And so the ability to accept that what's going on in this parent's house and what's going on in this parent's house, it's going to be different. And so the ability to have some tools and strategies on how to communicate better so that they are doing what's in the best interest of their children, what's best for their children, making that shift. Kelly, what about you? What do you think is one of the biggest obstacles for co-parents?
Well, I think the one you identified is certainly a big one. And I think along those lines, the issue that I see is the expectation that each parent is going to operate differently now that they're divorced, right? So the expectation of the one parent who wasn't as engaged with the kids or wasn't very good with discipline or whatever the issue is, that suddenly the expectation is, well, now they're going to be good at that. And recognizing, I will always say to my clients, well, did they do that when you were married?
Right.
And usually the answer is, well, no. And so then I say, well, why would you expect anything different then? Now, that being said, it's not that people can't change or that, information shouldn't be shared that maybe could inform the parent in a way that they may choose to do differently. But I think having the expectation of somebody that's going to be totally different when you're divorced, I think usually sets people up for conflict.
Absolutely. Such a good point. And the ability to accept that maybe they didn't do things like you thought they would do. They might surprise you and
Yes.
step up and begin to be able to, cook or bathe or whatever it is where they didn't do those things before. But to have that expectation that they're going to do something all of a sudden better or that
Or
they never
your way, right? I
your
mean,
way,
mhm.
and to accept the place of acceptance, what's going on there is probably just fine. It just may not be the way you would do it, but it's just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Christina McGee is famous for her t-shirt slogans, and one of the things that she says is different doesn't have to be devastating. And I
Wow,
think
right?
that is so important. And I think that also gets to the issue of you have to focus on what you can control, and what you can't
Exactly.
control is what goes on in the other parent's house. And
Ab-
as long as you are staying focused on what goes on in your house and what you can control, you can be the best parent possible you know,
Yeah.
in your time with the kids. So lots of
Absolutely.
challenges that co-parents face. But
For
again, I think that's where a divorce coach can come in and help educate and inform and give tools that these people don't have because they've never been in this situation before.
Absolutely. That's where we can help them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you, Karen.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right. Bye.
See you next time.